Episode 13. Unlucky for some, but not for us, because we've got a superstition-proof lucky charm in the shape of the ever more fantastic handheld gaming wonder that is the iPhone. This week, the little touchscreen bundle of joy has outdone itself in the news stakes with new info about Ancient Frog and Hysteria, as well as a first look at the promising adventure title, Nikopol. After that, we have a double-pronged attack in this week's reviews from the blasters iDracula and Heavy Mach, before we get into the swing of things with the much more relaxed Sway. So cross your fingers and toes if you must, but keep your eyes facing forwards and let this week's package of iPhone gaming news and reviews do its thing. Frogs have long lived in the shadow of shelled reptilian critters when it comes to the wonderful world of video games, but at long last the iPhone is set to change that with an amphibious revolution for our leap-happy friends. Ancient Frog can probably be best described as a puzzle game from the looks of things, though like many iPhone puzzlers, its unique gameplay looks set to challenge exactly what constitutes the puzzle genre once more. Visually it's a very pleasing effort so far, and our only worry is if the challenge will contain enough depth and variation to sustain a generous complement of levels. Ancient Frog is out now, and we will be deciding if it's a croaker or a cracker in a review in next week's podcast. The iPhone is a perfect fit for point-and-click adventure games, and the lack of them on the platform is an annoyance that's set to be addressed with gusto from the creative folks over at Whitebird's Productions. The plot seems to centre around some sort of alien invasion, and judging from the extremely impressive in-game footage, the developers are shooting for a new bar in production values and visual fidelity. Still, an adventure game is only ever as good as its story, so the jury on this one is still out until we get a chance to play through it for ourselves. Definitely one to watch. Hysteria turned up on our radar back in episode 7, and this new gameplay footage all but confirms that Bulky Pix is on track to deliver a genuinely chilling interactive movie. The plot seems to revolve around escaping the clutches of a hooded axe-wielding psycho, though something tells us there will be more to it than that. Besides choosing which scene you want to progress to, there will also be in-scene interactions, such as using the touchscreen to brush aside trees and bushes whilst you creep through the eerie forest. There's certainly nothing like it in the App Store yet, and judging by the high-grade production values, Bulky Pix could be onto a winner. Fingers crossed.
Heavy Mach is a tank game where the objective is to charge through each level, leaving as much smouldering debris behind you as possible. It's pretty debris too, rendered in surprising detail. Heavy Mach is a beautiful game with the kind of rusted cyberpunk motif that all good metal, missile and brawn games need. Tilting the handset moves you left and right, while tapping the screen aims and fires shells. You can touch the screen behind or in front of your target, so long as it sets the correct trajectory, meaning you don't need to obscure your target under a digit to connect a shot. Your tank can be upgraded with a deliciously aggressive arsenal, and a maelstrom of bombs, missiles and even lasers from an orbital satellite can be rained down on the enemies. Your vehicle can also jump, which, while patently ridiculous for a tank, does allow for some more adventurous vantage points from which to unleash your wrath. There are over 24 levels, so there's plenty to blow up, and the game is occasionally blemished with repetition. But for an over-the-top and gorgeous shooter that you can enjoy in short, quick bursts, Heavy Mach is a weighty offering.
When a wizard accidentally blows up the world of Sway, Lizzie the lizard has to track down her friends by swinging through the aftermath, latching onto hanging platforms using her ragdoll arms. The left and right sides of the touchscreen control Lizzie's left and right arms respectively. To move, you slide a finger back and forth on one side of the screen to gain momentum, before letting go and placing your other finger down to latch on with Lizzie's other arm. The aim is simply to reach the end of each level, though there are the optional objectives of collecting pink stars to earn medals and hidden keys to unlock new characters, each of which possess unique attributes that affect play. Just getting through the game's 15 levels is a tough task, with moving platforms, extraordinarily narrow platforms, spiked walls and protrusions all conspiring to scupper your swing from left to right. Taking advantage of the ragdoll physics and realistic momentum is crucial to success, and getting accustomed to how Lizzie and co react to certain obstacles is an iterative challenge that requires you to spend many of your infinite lives. Any frustration incurred is short-lived, however, due to the game's adorable presentation, cute characters and challenging original gameplay. Sway is a fantastic bespoke iPhone game with a new and exciting platforming template that's destined to be copied.
iDracula is a top-down arcade shooter where you use a pair of digital analog circles to control your vampire hunter's movement and direction of fire. You fire automatically whenever you place your thumb on the right analog circle, so all you need to do is find a target and keep out of harm's way. There's an endless wave of beautifully animated nocturnal beasts and demonic creatures to dispatch, ranging from grisly werewolves and mutant insects to crafty witches and even Dracula himself. Thankfully, you're tooled with a robust arsenal, including a basic pistol, rifle, crossbow, grenade launcher, machine gun, and a laser gun. Defeated enemies earn you points, which in turn unlock perks. Reaching specific point benchmarks rewards you with perks, including health power-ups, increased running speed, and telekinesis amongst others. It's a rabid experience, and the intensity is palpable as you struggle against insurmountable odds, smudging the screen with sweaty thumbs in desperation. But with only 2 modes, both sharing a single environment, variety is not iDracula's strong suit, and the game feels incomplete. New levels in a story mode could transform iDracula into a formidable beast. As it stands, it's merely a satisfying but distant howl.
Thanks for watching the Pocket Gamer iPhone Gaming Podcast. If you're looking for more iPhone gaming news, reviews and features, you can download the Pocket Gamer iPhone application from the App Store. Or just point your Safari browser at www.pocketgamer.co.uk/iPhone. Better still, why not subscribe to this very podcast, which can be found under Games and Hobbies in the podcast section of iTunes. That's it for now, so until next time, happy Pocket Gaming.